All right, welcome back. This is week 3 of the Presence Process journal that I'm doing here, the video blog. And I'm up here in the high desert area of the Sandia foothills in my hometown, Albuquerque. And just taking a walk, kind of just touching base and just reporting on the last week's, what happened last week. And honestly, it's been pretty much the same. But I have, of course, been applying the presence process technique, just 15 minutes twice a day of breathing, and also doing the releases. I did do a night where I did the guided release, which was like an hour. I did the subconscious release, and then I did the evening release, and I'd done the presence process. So I did one really heavy night of just a lot of releases, and that was really powerful. I felt like I cleaned out a lot of stuff inside of me that just needed to come up and be released. And I've really been cracking down, I've really been pouring myself and committing to my health and fitness, just going to the gym basically 5 days a week, and also tracking my calories with MyFitnessPal, which is a free app that I use to pay attention to how much protein, fat, and carbs that I'm consuming. I feel really great. I mean, I feel healthy, I feel strong, I feel fit, and also just moving forward with my life as a sober person who is a sober individual who doesn't need to medicate with alcohol or drugs. And so this week's conscious response is I choose to respond. I choose to respond. And I really resonate with that, actually, because in my own life, there have been situations where I've been tested, say, by women. Women that I'm seeing, or women that I'm trying to see, set up a date, and I get a lot of testing. It doesn't work out. They don't respond, or they just kind of give me some shit, and it kind of can be tempting to react to that, to really try to bite into that and take it personally. But this week's conscious response is I choose to respond. So I'm not taking anything personally. It's just a wonderful feeling, when you're as a man or a woman, you're working on your mission, you're working on your goals, you're working on your passions, and then to be able to shift gears and spend time with a lover, with somebody that you really cherish, somebody that you really enjoy being with, and not in a codependent way, by the way. I'm not talking about being codependent here. I'm talking about having somebody in your life that you can keep it 100. You're real with them. You're honest. You communicate, and it's not a fear-based relationship. It's a relationship, if you want to call it that, based on giving of ourselves, not being a doormat, but also not being all in the ego and just trying to get mine and all that stuff. So it's definitely a give. It's an opportunity to give to the other person. And so as I continue to read the presence process and keep doing the exercises, I definitely feel like I have more clarity. My overall path in life is becoming more clear. Even though I'm still working on, say, making the kind of money that I really want to make, I'm really killing it in my fitness and nutrition. Asking myself those questions again from month 1, I go back to those every week and just kind of ask myself those questions. And I'm not even really trying to answer them. I'm just asking them, listening to how they sound, and then just kind of meditating on them. I have to say, too, meditation has sort of, it's talked about in the book Intimacy. Meditation has become my drug of choice, and I really like it because I don't get a hangover. It's totally legal, and it's very subtle. Nobody really can tell that I'm meditating after I've meditated. Okay, I'm not going around saying, "Hey, everybody, I meditated," but I'm also not paranoid like when I would take a hallucinogen, because I'd be like, oh, I have to hide the fact that I've taken this this substance and my mind is shot into outer space, and I'm trying to kind of hold it in, when really I've actually I don't need to do that when I'm meditating. I can just breathe, and then I have just sort of a deeper clarity, a deeper sense of presence, and I really like that. So I'm continuing to do meditation, and I'm also continuing to read and hit the gym, eat healthy, and cold showers. Those have become daily, daily, if not, maybe not every day, but most days I take cold showers. I'm also not participating in pornography. I do masturbate occasionally for release, but actually I've found that I don't really need that as much. Things like porn, things like masturbation, they really don't do anything for me like they used to. Having a woman's body that I can love and give love to and receive love from, there's nothing to compare with that. So I really enjoy having a partner that I can wake up in bed with, and love on. There's second to none, right? So the pornography has dissipated, the masturbation is under control, the drug use has stopped, the gym and the fitness are on point, the nutrition is on point. I'm also trying not to spend too much money, even though it's very tempting for me to want to buy things that, hey, I mean, they would be great. I don't think I have bad taste. I think that I pick really good things to buy. I could use some new shoes for the gym. I could use some more supplements, things like that. And there's a time and a place for that, but I think my main priority at this point is just paying off my debt by the end of the year, and I think that's pretty possible. I owe about $1,400 or so, and I'm really trying to crush that by the end of the month. So that is definitely a mission that I'm on. And so it's getting a little bit windy here. Put my hood up here. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically it, guys. The past is the past. And I think it's good for me to focus on what the presence process is recommending, which is integrating the emotional, what would you call it? The emotional sensations, the emotional imprints, the emotional echoes, and rather than just dwelling on them and trying to react and trying to, beat myself up or criticize myself for not doing something or not saying something, and just really realizing how free I feel and how free I am to not engage in this reaction that is sort of based in the mind and based in the internal dialogue. And I don't have to react to that. I can just choose to respond in such a way that, I acknowledge that there's thinking going on in my mind. There's thoughts that are just swirling around, and it's just inevitable. It's not something that I, consciously need to worry about trying to control. I just kind of let it flow like a river. And that's basically it, guys. I feel like I'm kind of rambling here, so I'm going to kind of wrap this up, and I will make a new video later this week, before the new week hits, and I'll probably have my month 3 content available next week, and so that'll be exciting. And winter is definitely going to be the season that I move out into a new apartment. And I'm really excited for that. I really just like to get into my own place, and I'm okay with that kind of debt. Like apartment debt, it's not really debt, it's just rent. That's good. That's good. That's a good expense to have. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will see you guys in the next video.